Hi, yo, Facebook. So I'm gonna try this again because real shit. I recorded a video prior to this, and I was hot. I went in like 34 fucking minutes. No one's gonna watch a 34-minute video, so I'm gonna redo this and try to keep it shorter. All right, so I be posting shit on Facebook. Y'all see the shit. Some of y'all don't. Some of y'all don't. But political shit, my political views and stuff. And people have been in them commenting and sending me messages and stuff, and that's all cool because most of it's all in good spirits. Some of y'all are assholes, but it's okay. I'm an asshole sometimes too, so it's all good. But that being said, the question is that seems to be on everyone's mind, especially after the whole Kamala Harris pick for vice president, and you see the shift in the media, and everybody's all of a sudden behind Kamala. I mean, let's be real, they love Kamala in the beginning anyways, even though she didn't even fucking make it to the first primary state because she sucked, right? The question is, why all the grief for Biden and Kamala? Why not vote for Biden? Just, swallow it, just settle for Biden, like the ads say, right? Because, man, and here's the thing that I think, I'm not sure if we ever really touch on this, but I'm going to touch on it now. We can't keep giving power to that party. I'm not a fucking Democrat, so easier for me. I'm not a Democrat or Republican. Easier for me to do, right? Maybe not so easy for some of you, right? The problem is you're so fucking afraid of Trump, or so pissed off at Trump, or just so tired of Trump because we get hammered with Trump constantly, day in, day out. It seems like everything is Trump, and there's been so much Trump that Trump, and Trump, right? So it's like you can't hear nothing, see nothing, think nothing but Trump, and so you get to a point where you feel like everything is bad because of Trump, and if we can just get Orange Twitler out of here, yes, everything will be better. Problem is this: Orange Twitler sucks, true enough, but the problems that you're actually dealing with came about before him. He just helps to make it worse and unbearable, right? And it's only going to get worse after him, especially if you give power to the DNC, to the Democratic Party, and what it's about to become. Now, you might be saying, Mick, what are you talking about? Why do you think it's going to get worse if we give power to the DNC? How could it indeed get worse than Orange Twitler? Well, let me show you how it affects the whole community, right? So, for a moment, let's be reasonable. What bills has Trump passed? What policy has Trump successfully passed? I'll wait. Not long, because I don't want it to be a 35-minute video. All right, now I'm going to answer the question. None. He passed motherfucking tax cuts for the wealthy. That's it. He's got some judges appointed. He's got some people put in place, and they're doing some damage. Make no mistake about it. But the funny thing about that is that the Democrats could stop it if they wanted to, but they choose not to. Now, oh, snaps, I just criticized the Democrats, and you're like, you can't criticize and give talking points to Trump. Listen, man, I got a lot of friends on Facebook. I got a lot of followers on Facebook and friends on Facebook and shit like that. I ain't got that many, right? This ain't gonna make it to Trump. This ain't gonna make it to Fox News or CNN. You dig what I'm saying? Not even a little bit, right? So I don't think I'm creating any talking points that's not already known, all right? So the Democrats could stop Trump if they wanted to because Congress has that ability. They have chosen not to because they are raising money on his fuckery, right? Now, this is why everybody's in the game. Everybody's getting money off this game, right? I think you know it. I think you're smart to know that. I think whether you're informed or not, whether you're paying attention or not, I think we all are cynical enough to realize that motherfuckers are getting paid off Trump. The crooked motherfuckers in his cabinet, Republican Party motherfuckers. As a matter of fact, I would dare say that these Republicans are suffering worse under Trump than anybody, right? Because they don't do exactly what that fucker want, then they lose. But I digress. We can deal with that on a whole another time. I'm not really sympathetic to them. Okay. All the media is making buku money off Trump. Oh, they're making money off Trump. And your fear of Trump, that's why they keep you so hyped up. The Democrats, the DNC is raising major paper. They are getting to the bag. They're getting the money. They're getting it. They're getting it, which is why they don't really care if they lose to Trump. They just could not lose to Bernie. They just could not lose to Tulsi Gabbard. They could not lose to an Andrew Yang. Why? Because that would stop the money. Therein lies the point of contention. It's about the money, Lebowski, the motherfucking money, right? So you asked the question, why not vote for Trump and just get him out, and then we can hold the party accountable? Because that's what they say. That's the meme that's being spread around. You hear it, and I see some of y'all spreading that stupid shit, right? I don't want to call y'all stupid, but that's some stupid shit. How you gonna hold a party accountable when the party does not feel that it's accountable to you? Think about this. Think about this. And I know you're like, right now, as sure as someone's watching this shit, like, yeah, man, that's what I be telling these motherfuckers. I promise you, there's even more motherfuckers watching this shit. Like, what are you talking about? People are literally dying, bro. People are literally dying in the streets. Well, let's think about that for a second. All right, people are dying in the streets from corona, right? Because Trump's fucking it up. Trump's fucking it up. Trump's fucking it up. Right. Understand this. We have equal branches of government, co-equal branches of government, right? So while the executive has a lot of power, and we keep allowing it to get even more power because we're not paying attention, because we keep voting for who's not as bad as the other guy, right? That aside, right? Senate, Congress, they have power too. Now the Senate's Republican, we all know this, but Congress has power. They have the power of the purse. Congress, Nancy Pelosi, led by Nancy Pelosi, they're not doing shit. They're not doing the job. They don't care to do their job. Well, no, let's be fair. Let's be painfully honest. They are doing their job as they see it. Their job as they see it is to raise more money for the party. Not give a fuck about you, even though that's the job you sent them to do. Therein lies the problem, right? So they're focused on donor money. You dig what I'm saying? Now they are upset with Trump because his stupidity and his lack of a filter is putting all the dirt out for everybody to see. What you're seeing right now is not just Trump's failures and Trump's stupidity and Trump's ineffectiveness. What you are seeing is the cracks in our system that have always been there, but they've kept us so motherfucking sidetracked and distracted that we don't focus on it long enough to do anything about it. We'll focus on it just long enough to say, oh, this fucking government don't do nothing right, government can't never work, or why the fuck taxes so high, I'm gonna go watch TV. You see what I'm saying? I'm going to go watch Netflix and chill. You see what I'm saying? I'm going to go play PlayStation. I'm going to go pre-order my PS5. I'm going to chase some Marvel Legends or some shit. And so you never really focus on what's going on. However, what's going on has been going on and is going on purpose. It's done on purpose. It's done purposely, right? People are dying in the streets. Let's deal with that. People are dying in the streets. We got to vote Trump out. We got to vote Trump out. People are dying in the streets. You say this, you repeat it without consideration to the fact that people have been dying before that. People gonna die after that. And why is it that people are dying in the streets? Because they're not doing the job. They're not doing the job. So we done had, four CARE Acts passed so far? And I'm gonna run through it real quick. The early negotiations were all for big dollars with no motherfucking cap. Big dollars. The Fed was like, yo, how much money you need? We got the bag. We gonna distribute that shit like we in the strip club. Whap. You know what I'm saying? Like Cardi B and motherfucking Meg Thee Stallion was on the stage right now making it pound, and you know what I'm saying? And we gonna just fucking all of it right now. We don't give a fuck. Microsoft, what you need? Apple, what you need? Boeing, what you need? Poor person, brakes. That's what's up, right? So they negotiated some small shit for you, and then if you pay attention to Kamala, the one that you want to vote for right now, in the beginning of all this, you probably don't remember this, Kamala was like, every American should get $400 a month. Now, how is it that the Republicans, Orange Twitler was to the left of the Democrats, because they wasn't really trying to give no money up in the beginning, right? Mnuchin, Trump, and all them, they was down to give the money up. Why? Because they knew they was going to be giving way more money to their friends. That aside, they were still down to give that money up, right? Because they had to negotiate with the Democrats to get that money up to their people, into their own pockets, because that's where their money's at, Wall Street and shit, right? So Nancy Pelosi and her kente cloth, motherfuckers protesting, and this old thing is taking a knee in kente cloth. I know, stupid, but she goes on her own because the way it should work is they should put a bill together and it should be voted on in the halls of Congress, right? That's not what happened. Motherfuckers were sent home to shelter in place. Congress people were fighting and saying they want to come back. Nancy was like, no, hell no, I'm finna come up right now. So she went on over, little teeth was like, dangling in her mouth, and she was walking over, and she went over to the Senate, and she got with Mitch McConnell and Mnuchin, and I think Chuck Schumer might have been there too, as a matter of fact, and they negotiated some bullshit. They negotiated your wealth away, all of your wealth, because here's the deal. You hear a lot sometimes that, oh, it's our tax dollars are paying, Lie. The Fed prints the money or does some typing and changes some digits in some accounts or some shit, right? That money gets spent. You're just on the hook for it, for the debt. That's a whole other conversation. We can have it another time, but that's the reality, right? So your tax dollars aren't specifically paying for everything because you can damn well see we are way beyond, our deficit is way beyond anything that we're bringing in, especially right now. That aside, what did Nancy Pelosi negotiate for you? Some temporary shit. Get some dollars, which really comes out to what, $15 an hour for a 40-hour week, $600, extra with the unemployment shit, right? Cool. I was happy to get it. People happy to get it. Cool. Let's be happy to get it, right? But temporary. Why is it temporary? Why is it that Boeing and all of them can get all the money in the world, you know what I'm saying, and get it? Like they're willing to leverage the original $4 trillion with whatever, so it goes way up from there, right? That money's on tap. It's not going anywhere. They said it, like, we'll spend it. They even said it for you because they have enough brains to know that the middle class's purchasing power is what empowers the motherfucking economy, right? They got enough sense to know that, but these motherfucking selfish ass, crooked ass politicians ain't thinking like that. You dig what I'm saying? I don't know what they thinking, as a matter of fact, but they ain't thinking about your ass. They ain't thinking about my ass. So your shit's temporary. You get $1,200, bow. You get a little unemployment if you can get it because the system is so broken because they haven't kept up with it. So what the fuck? And you just deal with whatever you get. Now, they wrote a letter, which was the little order for the money for the rich cats, instantly, and sent that shit out, right? We go through 4 different CARE Acts where Pelosi has already given away all the leverage. Remember that term, leverage, because if you're going to bargain, you got to have leverage. She's giving away all the leverage on purpose. You can be silly if you want to think it was by mistake, but on purpose, she told Jake Tapper, hey, don't ask me no questions, bruh. Be happy with what you got. She literally said that. Not in so many words, but in so many words, right? She said, we'll do it later. And we're going on vacation. We'll come back if there's an emergency. In a pandemic. Like, state of emergency, pandemic. I think that is an emergency. I don't know, fucking whatever. But yeah, and she don't negotiate nothing for you. And now she's negotiating with before executive order, right? After the shit passes, motherfucker said it was like, oh, we'll extend it for a week, yo. All the while. Your stupid ass is sitting there talking, reading and watching tweets on Jake Tapper and CNN and whatever else, talking about how horrible Trump is. Meanwhile, the party that you subscribe to and keep on giving power is letting you suffer, betting on your suffrage. Because here's the deal. This is what they're banking on. They want to make Trump look so bad. That's why they want to let the shit expire. They're willing to make Trump look so fucking bad. They want him to look so, they want all this shit to be on his neck because then they think your silly ass will go and vote for dementia-having Biden and Kamala the cop, right? If they make the pain really bad and hanging around Trump's neck. That's the party you want to vote for. That's the party you're saying, the same party that thinks Trump is so bad that they turned around and fucking voted and gave him more money for the military, more power for war. They think he's so fucking bad. Trump is the fucking boogeyman. Ooh, God, we're scared of Trump. We gotta run. Trump's tweeting, man. He ain't passed no policy. He don't know how to pass a policy. He couldn't get a policy passed in this case with his fucking election on the line. The best he could do was that sorry ass executive action that wasn't even done right. But you're afraid of him, or you're so tired of him that you're willing to give the power to the motherfuckers who put you here in the first place. How much does it cost to treat a COVID patient? I will wait. Not very long because, we got to try to keep this video short. National averages are around 75 to 100,000 is what I've been seeing. 75 to 100,000 dollars, and that's if you're in there for a week. Bernie Sanders most of these motherfuckers ran on healthcare for all till the donors said no. Kamala backed up on that shit real fucking fast. They shut Bernie down. They shut Tulsi Gabbard down. Shut her totally fucking down. And told you, because Biden said, I think Tapper asked him, or was it Anderson 360? One of those motherfuckers asked him, yo, if somehow by some stroke of fucking blessing, Jesus in your good socks on a Sunday, we're able to get a bill for Medicare for all through the House and the Senate. Democratic House, Republican Senate, will you sign it? This motherfucker said no. You gonna vote for him. You gonna vote for him. Because you see, the insurance companies and the pharmaceutical companies that he actually works for told him, bitch, you bet not. You dig what I'm saying? Because that's who he's accountable to. You dig what I'm saying? That's who the party's accountable to. That's who Congress is accountable to. Side note, there's a real cool documentary called The Swamp. It's more so about Republicans, but it shows you Congress as a whole and how it works. Did you know they had to pay for their committee seats? So when they're on a defense committee and all this kind of shit, they get these little, and the dude talks about it right in the video. They get these little letters, little cards from their leaders, right? And it tells them, hey, how much money they owe. You owe $50,000. You owe $100,000. That's the politician that was sent there to do the work of the people. They tell him, you owe us money. Now he has to go fundraise. When is he going to do the job for you? He ain't going to do the job for you. When are you going to hold that party accountable? When? How? You giving them what they fucking want. Like Biden told you, if you ain't black, you ain't voting for me if you ain't black. Biden told you that. Biden told you, don't ask me no fucking questions. Look at my record. Biden, this is ridiculous, right? This guy has always been in the pockets. You think because he was Obama's fucking vice president that he's what? He's not what? What do you think he is? I don't even understand what the fuck you think he is. You just think he's better than Trump. Yeah, he is better than Trump. He's better at getting the shit done that's not helping you. He's better at getting the money funneled to the big boys on Wall Street and in California, tech companies and all of that shit. He's better at getting us into more wars. He's better at outsourcing your jobs. And you ain't even got no jobs right now. You think he's better at getting you a job? How you gonna get you a job, bro? How you gonna get you a job? These motherfuckers ain't getting you no job. You got to get you a job. These motherfuckers done sent all the jobs away. No. What he's trying to do is make sure that the change that we are on the fucking the precipice of doesn't take effect. The order came down a while back from from Obama, saying do not let Bernie and them progressives take the party. Now understand, you can talk all this shit about Bernie you want, you can talk all this shit about Tulsi Gabbard that you want, you can talk all this shit about these cats that you want, but those people wanted to work for you. The things you complaining about every fucking day, those people wanted to fix those things. Those people really do care about service itself. For the most part, Bernie kind of pissed me off. I've been in the knee, but that aside. That's who they were really afraid of. So they weren't afraid of fucking Trump. They played fucking golf with Trump. They was playing golf with Trump before he got in office. Why would you think they were afraid of him? They just tell you that shit so they can make money off your fucking fear and frustrations. They bombard you with Trump all fucking day. But let's wrap this up. So you say, we got to vote to get him out of there so she can go back to normal. I say to you, what the fuck is normal? What is normal? What is normal? All of our jobs going overseas. What is normal? us bombing the fuck out of all of these brown countries? What is normal? Us allowing fucking active shooters to come into schools and churches and malls and shoot the fuck up out of us, right? And Congress and the Senate never pass anything. What the fuck is normal? What the fuck is normal, man? All your taxes are being paid, right? You pay your taxes, right? You pay your fucking taxes, right? They tell you you can't make any more money hourly, but it'll trickle down to you, right? They got money for all these fucking wars. All these fucking wars. Like, it was a war pop up. Hey, let's bomb these motherfuckers. All the CNNs, all these motherfuckers are down for that. They got money for all of that stuff. But they ain't got no money for Medicare for all. When we pay more for medical coverage in this country and get worse coverage. What are you voting? What is normal about that? What is normal about that? These tech companies that put all the money in their pocket, talking about the politicians, are making billions of dollars. Fucking Jeff Bezos is a trillionaire damn near now. The divorce gonna kind of cut that in half because she gonna get some of that. But Jeff Bezos is damn near a trillionaire and made all of this money, even more money. They made these motherfuckers made what, 600 something billion dollars during the course of this pandemic, while you lost your job, while you can't even get unemployment, while we don't even have a fucking system capable of processing the unemployment claims. Oh, fuck this. How about this? In a pandemic, there's no fucking leadership from any fucking side. Your kids are in school right now, right? Doing it from home on websites that are crashing all over the United States because we don't put any money into anything that has anything to fucking do with the people. People get on Amazon every day. That shit don't crash. People get on Facebook every day. That shit don't crash. You watching this on Facebook right now. That shit don't crash. YouTube ain't crashing. eBay ain't fucking crashing. TikTok ain't crashing. Whatever site you just got finished watching the WAP video on, that's a damn good ass video, that shit ain't crashing. So why the fuck is the school student portal, like my school, as crappy as the student portal for our institute was, that shit ain't crash. But everybody's got kids in school, in grade school. Why the fuck is the student portal system so garbage that it can't handle traffic and do the job that it was meant to do, which is facilitate online learning? What the fuck is normal? That didn't just happen because Trump is here. You dig what I'm saying? And you may not be tying the little knots together or seeing the dots and connecting them, but the reality is this shit's been a long time coming, because in this country, it's all about the profit for those who have the most. Damn those who have the less. Let's just convince those who have the less that your problem is not us, who you actually sent here to do a job and make shit better for you that we're not doing. Your problem is not us, it's your fucking neighbor. Or the guy on the other side of town that don't look like you. Or the motherfucker that fought through hell and shit and high water to get into this country and make a better life for their family, right? The same way the forefathers of this country came to this motherfucker and slaughtered all kinds of people to make a better life and capitalize for their families. That's what they tell you. And you say to all of that, well, if you give me a black vice president woman, or you get the scary Republicans out, I'll vote for you. Even though you're telling me you're not going to do shit, I'll vote for you. I'll give you more power so I can go back to sleep and not have to pay attention. If you keep the scary Republican, the scary Trump monster away from me. I wonder if you're paying attention to your MSNBCs and your CNNs and all of that, and watching how many of the people they have on their panels are Republicans from the Republican Party, never Trumpers. I wonder if you're paying attention to the fact that the upcoming DNC convention, they're actually going to have Republicans there speaking before and in better time slots than progressives who are fighting for you, like AOC and Bernie. I wonder if you were paying attention to the fact that when Biden did his little fucking fact-finding panel with Bernie to see what their policy was going to be, their platform was going to be, they kept people like Nina Turner out. I wonder if you're paying attention to the fact that they basically turned all of that shit down. I wonder if you're paying attention to the fact that while Biden says he wants to, get all the drug offending people out of jail and all of this shit, he's not willing to legalize marijuana or drugs. How the fuck you gonna get people out of jail for drugs but not make them legal? I wonder if you guys are paying attention to any of that shit. I wonder if you're paying attention to the fact that these fucking Democrats and Republicans are coming together in a major way, because you see they both understand that both parties are in jeopardy to losing power to populist movements. I wonder if you're paying attention to the fact that people are in the streets protesting in the hot sun, in the storm, getting their bodies beat, whether you agree with it or not, protesting, right? Because of police violence and police abuse. I wonder if you're paying attention to the fact that the answer that the Democratic Party, the party you want to give the power to, because they're going to protect you from the monster, has put in place the person who wrote the bills that that gave those police the power to fuck you up, and for vice president, who they really want to put in power, and when Biden isn't able to carry out his term, she'll take over and then be able to run 2 more times, giving her at minimum 10 years or so, right, in office. That's the establishment, that's the neo-libs, that's more war. I wonder if you're paying attention to the fact that that person, both of those people, aren't interested in reforming police. They're not interested in that. They're interested in more police. So I wonder who the fuck is the monster that you're so afraid of that they're going to protect you from. All I'm saying is this, you vote for who you want to vote for. All I'm saying is this. Before you come to me with that bullshit, at least do some goddamn research. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Do some fucking research, right? And stop spreading propaganda. If you want to go vote for this bullshit and keep giving them power, fine. Just understand, you can't hold a party accountable if the party does not see themselves as accountable to you. That's all I'm saying. I'm out.